And we are live. That is right. So, what I'm going to do first and foremost, for the people who do join that want to talk on the panel, I am going to drop the link. So let's copy, boom, hit the link, paste, boom. There goes the link. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to come over to YouTube, and we're just going to make sure we are actually live. There goes the link. Now, what I'm going to do next. Okay. We are actually live. That is good. Okay, I need the echo to go away. So, right now, Richard Commey is wanting, I guess, to fight Devin Haney. So, before we get into that, people were talking about Lomachenko versus Commey, and I believe it was for a December 11th fight date. Now, I was just over on Black UGC Flames channel, and that's actually the title of his video. I joined his chat a little late, so I'm not sure what they said on that fight. But my personal opinion on the Commey versus Lomachenko fight is I do not like it. The reason why I do not like that fight is Lomachenko has already fought somebody that Teofimo Lopez fought in Nakatani. What Lomo does not need to do is play cleanup behind Teofimo Lopez. Yes, he looked better beating Nakatani than Teofimo Lopez did. However, Teofimo Lopez had a great knockout win over Richard Commey. So the thing about it is, even if by some chance that Lomachenko could blaze out Commey in the first round, you still do not want to be playing cleanup behind somebody who beat you, because I don't believe that that particular fight right there is going to build up any type of interest for you to fight Teofimo Lopez, because 9 times out of 10, Lomachenko is not going to beat Commey as fast, and the fight is not going to look as good because it would not be won as fast as Teofimo Lopez beat Richard Commey. So therefore, I just think all around it's a bad fight for Lomachenko. I think it does absolutely nothing for Lomachenko, and it only leaves room for people not to want to see a rematch if he looks bad against Commey. Now, when it comes to Devin Haney, is it a good fight? I would say it could be a good fight for Devin Haney, because right now you got Lomachenko, who was claiming that the reason why he did bad against Teofimo Lopez is because he had a hurt shoulder. He had shoulder surgery, and he went into the Nakatani fight and beat Nakatani in a better fashion than Teofimo Lopez did. So therefore, even though I don't really believe the shoulder was a factor in that fight between the two, but it does give credence to his claims, because he went in there and completely outclassed Nakatani to where Teofimo Lopez had a hard fight with him. Now, moving past that, with Devin Haney, a lot of people try to say before he fought Linares that he's never fought a top-tier lightweight. So Richard Commey is an ex-champion who was defeated by Teofimo Lopez. So this would be a legitimate ex-champion that Devin Haney could get into the ring with. So therefore, if Devin Haney beat him, nobody could claim that he's never beat a top lightweight, even though Linares is still a top lightweight. He's already beat him. So I think it's good for Devin Haney, because it'll give people a gauge of how good Devin Haney is, because they're going to look at the Richard Commey fight between Haney and Teo to see what they think. Now, like I said, it's highly unlikely anybody will beat Commey better than Teo did, because Teo won so quickly in that fight and by knockout. But if Devin goes in there, even if he doesn't get a knockout, and outboxes Commey for 12 rounds pretty easily, then nobody can say that he doesn't belong in the top. Nobody can say anymore that he's an email champion, even though I don't believe that personally. It would go ahead. It would go ahead. I'm laughing at this thing that popped up on the screen for the playback. Over a glitch in the Matrix, but he just could not get that name right. Moody, Mosley, but he had to step in. Mosley, Moosey. Anyways, like I was saying, so If Devin Haney was to fight Richard Commey and beat him, nobody can make that argument that he's not fought any top-tier opponents in his current weight class, because that would dispel all of that. Now, here's the thing about it. Haney, really the sky's the limits for Haney, because Haney could pretty much fight anybody he wants to. And what I mean by that is any top guy. He's got JoJo Diaz, who supposedly called him out, but there are talks, or had been reports of talks between JoJo and Ryan Garcia, which is weird, because like I said in my video that I made about them, what is the point of Ryan Garcia versus JoJo Diaz? They both are, Ryan may have been, I don't know if he currently is or was, a mandatory for Devin Haney. So now, yet again, you have two mandatories fighting for mandatory to fight Devin Haney. Fight doesn't make sense. So Devin has his pick between Ryan Garcia, which would be a huge, huge fight because of Ryan Garcia's following. And he's also got the opportunity to fight JoJo Diaz, who, while he moved up in weight, beat Fortuna, who was definitely a top-tier lightweight, definitely a top-tier guy. So that's a good fight for him as well. I want to look up something real fast, guys. I'm trying to do something, and it's not working. Oh, well, not worried about it. So the JoJo fight is a very good fight because, you know, we all know that JoJo beat Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer went on his long win streak, and JoJo beat him convincingly. Then JoJo moves up to fight a top-tier guy for, again, mandatory for Devin Haney's WBC title, and he won. He won pretty good. So JoJo has proven that he is a good fighter and moving up. I believe JoJo's only loss came to Gary Russell, if I remember correctly, and we are going to fact check that because for one of the few times, rare times, I'm actually on my computer to where I can do that and not on my cell phone. So not a lot of people on the live at the moment. That's cool. Didn't really say I was going live, but it's all good. And plus, the Devin Haney videos don't really get a lot of traction, which I don't know why, because Devin Haney is a good boxer. I can say that. He went out there, yes, he got hurt against Linares, but what happened before he got hurt late in the fight? He outboxed Linares the whole entire fight. For the first 10 rounds, he outboxed him. He stepped towards him. He didn't fight on the back foot. He came in aggressive, and he was just outgunning Linares, which is what stylistically he fought a way of fight that nobody thought he would fight. Nobody thought he was going to go in there against Linares and go for the knockout, and he tried to go for the knockout. And again, I thought he did a good job. Now, I just want to confirm that I'm right. Yep, Gary Russell Jr. is the only person to beat JoJo. So other than that, very good fight. I think the JoJo makes a lot of sense too, but I think for Devin Haney, if these reports are true, and I think they are, I think the Richard Commey fight is the best that he could have outside of Lomachenko. I believe that if Lomachenko would fight Devin Haney, and that fight makes the most sense to me. Lomachenko versus Devin Haney makes the absolute most sense because here's the thing about it. It's been rumored that Teofimo Lopez is going to vacate his IBF belt, not to fight Kambosos. I don't know if he can do that, being that Triller, I believe, had already fronted him the money for the fight. So legally, he might be obligated to fight Kambosos no matter what, and might not be able to get out of the fight without getting all his money taken from him. In other words, sued. I don't know. They might be able to force him contractually into that fight. So let's just say that Kambosos and Teo fight. Well, that leaves Loma open for a fight. That leaves Devin Haney right now open for a fight. And here's the thing about it. Whoever wins out of that fight would have the biggest stake to Teofimo Lopez for an undisputed title fight. And I say undisputed because I do not consider Teofimo Lopez undisputed. He has the franchise title. I believe the franchise title is a BS belt that is just fabricated. It's a fabricated belt that only exists in two weight classes. You currently have Teofimo Lopez, who has the belt, and you currently have Estrada, who has the belt. Estrada was given the belt because of the controversial win that he had over Chocolatito, and it was a means of getting him out of his mandatory fight so that they could have the trilogy. That's why he was awarded the belt. Estrada And like I said, Teofimo Lopez has it because Lomachenko had it, but I still think it's a BS title. It doesn't exist in any other weight class but those two. Now, here's the thing about it. If Lomachenko can beat Devin Haney and then he goes into the rematch against Teofimo Lopez, then it truly will be undisputed. So that first fight that was supposedly undisputed, which I don't believe it was, I personally do not consider it undisputed, it will turn into the rematch being the official undisputed match because now Lomachenko has that WBC title back that he vacated, and he's fighting Teofimo Lopez, who has the other 3 belts. 3, not 4, because I don't consider the franchise a legitimate belt. So in the rematch, it would give you the true undisputed. However, if Lomachenko loses that Devin Haney, then you would still have the undisputed title because now you have the real WBC belt going up there against the other 3 titles, and Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez could fight for undisputed. In my opinion, it would be the real undisputed. So to me, it makes the most sense. If Lomachenko truly wants that rematch, I feel like, well, go pick up a real title. Who has a real title? Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the email champion. Well, this will be the be-all or be-all end-all to conclude whether he's an email champion or not. Because if Devin Haney beats Lomachenko, then you can't say he was emailed the title because he beat the guy who was holding the title that vacated the title. And if Lomachenko goes in there and completely blasts him out the water, he washes them, well then, you know, people have an argument to say that the title was emailed, that he never belonged being a champion because he got beat so easily. So you got to look at that too. So that right there would clear up a lot as far as who's really emailed, who's not really emailed. And to me, it makes more sense than Commey. Now, let me see what Regulator said. Remember when they said the franchise title couldn't be won? It can't be won. You cannot win the franchise title. Nobody has won the franchise title. Because in my one video that I made I won't say what he is. He knows what he is. When I directly made the video to him, it said that Teofimo Lopez petitioned before the fight. He asked if he won against Lomachenko, could he be awarded the franchise title? And they said, yes, we will allow you to take the title if you can beat Lomachenko. So therefore, he didn't actually win it. Because if they would have told him no, even if he would have won, Lomachenko still would have had the franchise title. Teofimo Lopez would have just ended up with a WBC diamond belt, which is lesser than the real WBC title that Devin Haney has. I believe it goes like this in the WBC. It goes regular WBC, we're not including franchise. Regular WBC, diamond WBC, silver WBC. And then I left out interim. But interim is something that's supposed to rarely happen, even though the WBC keeps making it happen more and more frequently. So that's the order of things. If you do have an interim champion, then of course it would be higher than diamond. It would be regular, interim, diamond, silver, intercontinental, if you want to go that far, and etc. So again, now let's talk about Richard Commey. Let's come back around to Richard Commey and why it is a good fight. So Richard Commey fought Jackson Marinas, I think his name was. Yeah, it's the guy that Rolly fought and went 12 rounds with, and everybody thought he beat Rolly. Besides the 3 judges, they're the only ones in the world that thought Rolly won that fight, even though he lost that fight. Well, Commey just fought him earlier this year and knocked him out in the 6th round, if I remember correctly. I believe it was the 6th round that he got the knockout. So, you know, he bounced back from the Teofimo Lopez loss. So you got to take that into account that, you know, Rolly, who a lot of people, I don't know why he has a phantom, but there are people who swear that Rolly is the next Mayweather. There are people who swear that Rolly is very good. I got called a hater by I don't even know if it was a guy or a girl. They just had a girl name, but it was probably a dude because they want to be Rolly's girl, but that's okay. You're allowed to do that. But they were arguing about, oh, I'm just a hater. Rolly is a great fighter and all of this. And I'm like, bruh, Rolly is trash. This dude sucks. He's going to end up getting knocked out. And anyways, the guy who should have beat Rolly, who went 12 rounds with him, got knocked out in the 6th round by Richard Commey. So you got to look at that too. Okay, see, just confirmed. Yeah, I'm right. It was the 6th round. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So, you know, there's that. There is that. Like, Commey beat the guy that should have beat Rolly. And if everybody believes that Rolly is the next Mayweather, which I don't know how the fuck you could ever believe that, then that means that Richard Commey bounced back great because he beat the second coming of Mayweather in Rolly. Well, he beat the guy that should have beat Rolly, the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all know what I mean. But I find that funny. I'm going to take a short little intermission. I'm going to tag my video real fast and see if I can't pull more foot traffic to this. So bear with me 1 second as I go on a moment of silence to type some words in. While I'm typing, I just want to say this. This makes absolutely no sense. So when I clicked on my video to go type, tell me how YouTube is saying I've only got 1 watcher, but I've already got 6 thumbs up. I'm telling you, man, they keep messing with my count. They keep messing with my views. On my YouTube studio, every single time I put up a video, I have anywhere from 1 to 500 more views than what reflects on YouTube, which makes absolutely no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, regulator, refresh. You'll see 6 thumbs ups currently, but only 1 view. Tell me how that makes sense. How do I? It doesn't matter. Anyways, YouTube's been messing with my channel for a very long time. Like I said, I don't know what happened, but something happened to where I don't know if it was the copyright strike that's the reason why I'm being like stifled in my views. And I don't even care. Like, they ain't even got to broadcast me out there like that. Just give me my real views, because I've showed it multiple times to where my actual views and my reflective views don't even add up. They don't add up. Like, I can see how many people click on my video through my studio, but when I look on YouTube, it just doesn't match. It makes absolutely no sense. But anyways, I digress. Let me go back to typing this up. I just thought that was funny, and I'd throw that out there. I'm going to tag this video real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. No, there's sound. Dan, there's definitely sound. You called me while I was typing in the tag for the video. You would hear it on the playback that I said I'll be right back. My moderator, aka the regulator, ain't on his job. He should have typed to you to let you know. But here's my thing. Now, Richard Commey said that. Yeah, go ahead. I'll answer your question. Ask the question, and then I'll get into what I was saying. Let's hear what you got to say. Okay. Sorry, hey Dan. So you gotta understand, whenever you type stuff to me, there's like a little delay. So don't get annoyed if it takes me a minute to to respond to what you were saying. To answer your question, no, I did not watch that fight. Isn't that bare knuckle boxing, if I'm not mistaken? And you can go ahead and tell me what happened in the fight, like, because I didn't watch it. I don't watch bare knuckle fighting, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. That is bare knuckle that they fighting, right? Regulator said, yeah, it's bare knuckle. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Isn't that the dude, the guy that fought Paulie Malignaggi and got the win? The low ball guy, if I remember correctly. That's who fought Paulie right there. Because I can speak on that fight, because that was the first and last time I watched bare knuckle boxing. and I ain't gonna lie. No, I watched one other fight here recently. I watched Blueface fight. I saw the clips on YouTube. I rewatched it on YouTube, the Blueface fight. But those are the only two fights I've ever seen with bare knuckle boxing, and they weren't even bare knuckle boxing. They had on real boxing gloves for the Blueface fight. But let me see. It is, yeah. Was a one-sided beatdown for non-boxing crowd, in my opinion. So here's the thing about it, Dan. I don't think Lowball beat Paulie Malignaggi. I thought Paulie Malignaggi beat him 2-1. I gave Lowball the last round, but the first 2 rounds, in my opinion, it wasn't even close. Paulie beat him with one hand. He just landed jab after 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 jab, while Lowball was just throwing winging shots and not really landing, while Paulie was just jabbing him, 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 jabbing him. That was the story of the fight between Paulie and Lowball. And the reason why I don't watch bare knuckle boxing is because of that right there. That reason right there. And there's another reason. So way back, there was a fighter in bare knuckle boxing, right, that won the fight. And the owner of bare knuckle boxing said that he was taking his paycheck from him because the guy was fighting on the back foot and didn't get in there and brawl in the phone booth. And he felt like that he didn't deserve to get paid. That in bare knuckle boxing, from then on forward, you get awarded for being the aggressor, even if you're not winning the fight now. Just moving forward and throwing punches and getting your head beat in, you could still win if the other guy's fighting on the back foot. To me, ridiculous. I don't like it. And I don't like it, but I did not see the fight. Let me Google it real fast. Hold on. We're going to Google it because I'm interested in this. It says the Ukrainian star defeaed Artem Lobov by TKO. What round did he knock him out in? I'm not seeing it on the quick search. Maybe if I go to his box records, it'll have it listed. It's not a, I guess it doesn't count on box rec because bare knuckle boxing is completely different than boxing. Let me type in. There it is. Artem Lobov, stops, share story. Let me see. Burchak guy destroyed Lobov's body. There's going to be more of these Eastern European fighters that can't make it pro, probably join bare knuckle. Lobov didn't come out after 4. You can watch it on YouTube. So what I'm going to do, I wish I could show it. Oh, I'm gonna look up that channel name real fast before it gets taken down so I can watch it later. Hold on 1 second, Dan. It's in a playback. Go check out this channel so y'all can also see the fight. Because honestly, I didn't even know he was fighting him. Like I said, I don't keep up with bare knuckle boxing at all. Let's see here, videos. Rose. All right. And didn't Laval say he was retiring after that fight? Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna mute my mic to make sure I got the right video. Hold on 1 second. All right, I got it right, fight. I'm saying Denise. Okay, so this is funny. Like, hold on, I gotta look up Denise. I don't think he's ever lost in boxing. Hold on, let me look up his record, Denise. The reason why I had to pause it for a minute and look it up is because the title is actually in Russian. So I wasn't sure if I was had the right video. Let me look up his boxing record because I believe he's undefeated in boxing. Yeah, right. 15-0, 9 knockouts. His last boxing match was in March of this year. So yeah. So yeah, I know he's also an Olympic bronze medalist. I know about him. Why do you say he's going nowhere in boxing? He's undefeated. His last fight was against Jose Sanchez. Let's see. Ooh, look at Jose Sanchez. Says he's 36 years old, but he looked like he's 53 years old. He kind of looked like in this picture right here. How do I share screen? How do I share screen? I have no idea how to share screen on here. Let me see something. I don't know how to do this. Hold on 1 second. Is this going to work? Let's see if this works. Boom! There we go. Yo, tell me this guy does not look like a chili Sylvester Stallone. Tell me he don't look like a Spanish Sylvester Stallone in this picture right here. Yo! He beat up on Judge Dredd. That's crazy. Look at this. Tell me this guy don't look like Stallone. He look like the same age as Stallone as well. Like, what is going on here? There is no way this guy is 36 years old. No way. No way possible. But yeah, we can go back right here to Denise. So let me see why Dan thinks his career is going nowhere. Hey, hold up. You said he's 33 years old and the same size as Loma fighting at lightweight. Well, check this out. Lobov, he fought Paulo Malignaggi, who went all the way up to welterweight. So, you know, he fought the guy that beat the guy that fought at welterweight, and he knocked him out. So, you know, height, if you're talking about his height is the same size as Lomachenko, height don't mean anything. It's all about how you carry your body weight. Let's see, what was his starting weight? 139. So he started off way bigger. He's bigger than Lomachenko. Yeah, he's a lot bigger weight-wise than Lomachenko. It took Lomachenko 3 weight classes to get to lightweight. This guy started at 139 pounds. Was this a super lightweight bout? Let's see, bouts. What weight class did they have him actually fighting at? Did he get a pass and it was just they let him go over for lightweight, or was this actually the next weight class up? Was this a super? Hold on. Can't find it. Bout doesn't tell me what weight class it was at. Sometimes early in people's career, they let them bust weight. Even though he's 139, he could have still been fighting at 135. Let me just see here real fast. I did not mean to do that. Let's go to bout. What weight class? Why is it not telling me the weight class? Let's see if they got any Wikipedia information. Nope. All right, here it is, 141. No information. Okay, there it is, super lightweight. Yeah, so there you go, Dan. That's what I thought. So he started as super lightweight, and he's actually came down to lightweight. So he's much bigger than Lomachenko. Much bigger than Lomachenko. Same height, just way bigger weight-wise. But Regulator, did you see that fight? Did you see them fight? Lowball thought he was going to do good. Lowball thought, oh, yeah, I beat Polly, even though he should have lost. I beat Polly. I could be the current boxer who's not been retired for like 2 years. I could do it. Got knocked out. That's funny. I like the ring too, though. I'm not even going to lie. I do like this ring because it's set up like they're in World War II. They got sandbags all around. Like, I don't even know what's going on with this ring. There's no ropes. There's just sandbags like they going to war. What is this, trench warfare going on right here? COD? What's going on? Who put on this fight? Okay, so it is the Mahatch. So that's the league. So you know what? I'll watch this because this isn't the bare knuckle fighting league. This is a different league, different promotional company. I will watch this. I will watch this fully just because it's not them. I want these people to take over the bare knuckle fighting. You know what, though? I'll watch this. I'll give them all the watch time because I don't like bare knuckle fighting. I don't like them, and I mean the organization itself. So if I can help another company take over them, by all means, let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up, too. But I find that funny. And then I like how, like, all them MMA fighters made such a big deal about Paulo Malignaggi getting robbed on the scorecards and losing. But ain't one person from the MMA mentioned this dude getting knocked out. Losing by TKO. Ain't one person from the MMA community mentioned that. But it was all over Paulie, a retired fighter of 2 years who was known to be feather-fisted, who, in my opinion, outboxed him with one hand. But now that this dude, and they was calling him the GOAT. The GOAT. I remember it at the time. All the MMA fighters were saying, oh, he's a GOAT. He's a GOAT. Now nobody want to talk about it. Oh, that's hilarious. Like, that's why I like random people coming in here and typing, because it lets me know things and see things that I've never even seen or even knew about. That is funny. I'm fast forwarding to the end. Man, his face is all types of messed up. Oh, no, blah, 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 blah. That didn't happen. Y'all didn't hear that. Okay, hold on. I want to see this knockout, and then we'll get back to the topic again. Let's see here. Yep, he quit. That's even worse than getting knocked out. He quit. He's shaking his head. No, I don't want no more. No, I don't want no more. I'm actually fighting an active boxer for once. I don't want no more. Pussy. I'm sorry, you a pussy. Got your ass whooped. Fuck you, little bitch. That's how I feel. Fuck him. You're not even good. Like, the idea that this dude actually thought he could box, the idea that this dude actually thought that he could get in there with a legitimate boxer and hang, is just hilarious to me. Like I said, Paulo Malignaggi got robbed against this dude. He should have beat him 2-1 because they was only fighting 3 rounds. I give him the last round. I'll be as unbiased as possible, but the thought and the idea of all these people who from the MMA community said that he beat Paulie is ridiculous to me, because anybody with 2 sets of eyes and knows the rules of boxing, which bare knuckle boxing should be going by boxing rules, because it's not bare knuckle mixed martial arts, it's bare knuckle boxing. So anybody who knew boxing knew that this dude lost the fucking fight. And then he was trying to walk like he was a shit, knew everything. You know what, man? I'm glad this dude got his ass whooped. He's talking right now. I can't play what he's saying. I wish I could. I don't want to get a strike on my account or get his video taken down. He said, I knew that Denise was a high-level fighter. That is why I wanted to fight him. Why I should go out with no shame. That's what it said. It said no dame. You will be able to stars and work out. You will be near the moon. Bro, you got knocked to the moon. That's all that happened. Congratulations, Denise. I was honored to work with him in here in the Bags Octagon. Many thanks to the organization. I feel your support. It is sincere from the bottom of my heart. My gratitude will be your reward. This I promise you. I'll probably quit, to be honest. Yo! There's no more fire in my heart. That's funny. Like, bro, how do you go into this fight with fire in your heart and get the fire extinguished? Yo! He don't want to fight no more. Like, he got the fight beat out of him. It only took 4 rounds with one legitimate boxer who's not even an elite level fighter yet to beat the fire out of him. That is funny. Yeah, that is funny. He fanned the flames so they went out. Like, bro, man, where did y'all go now? You know what? I feel like Black Panther. This is your king? This is your king? And then LaVar just got thrown off a fucking waterfall. Like, you got beat by a boxer who had a very good amateur pedigree, but as far as the professionals go, has not really done nothing in the professional level. And the first time you over there in the corner shaking your head, no, man, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't compete. Oh, man, this was stupid. Why did I come here? Why did I want to do this? What he should have done was take that rivalry win against Polly and rode off into the sunset or fought other bare-knuckle MMA fighters. Because that's all the bare-knuckle boxing is. It's ex-MMA fighters that no longer can compete in MMA, whether it be UFC, Bellator, or whatever. All the old retired guys go to bare-knuckle boxing. That's what all their talent is. That's why I knew whenever Polly got in there, Polly didn't knock out LaVar, they were going to rob him. I already knew the fix was in ahead of time because all these fighters are MMA fighters. They're not even boxers. It's called bare-knuckle boxing, but they're not boxers. None of them are boxers. They're all MMA fighters. So I love seeing this, that an up-and-coming boxer gets in there with the quote-unquote GOAT and just completely eradicates them and makes the guy never want to fight again. That's bad. That's bad. It's bad when you get beat so bad, you shake your head and you retire right there in the middle of the ring. Like, you ain't even got out the ring to retire. You're retiring in the middle of the match. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. This man beat the retirement into him. So thank you all, and many thanks to Pari Match, Mud Match, Denise, my team. I want to see Denise. Show Denise. I want to see his face. I want to see if he even got any marks on him. Where is Denise? Let's see Denise talk. Bruh, Denise, oh my goodness, yo, it gets even worse. So they're bare knuckle boxing, right? So pretty much all they have is hand wraps on their hands. It don't even look like legit hand wraps. It just look like cloth wraps. Kind of like some Everlast wraps is all they're wearing. So that means that it's very easy to be marked up and cut up. I'm looking at Denise. Denise looks like he just did a 10-mile run. That's all he looks like. He don't even look like he's been in a fight. And this is bare knuckle fighting. Like, did he even get hit? Yo, LaVar sucks. That dude is trash. I'm sorry. This ain't no GOAT. You just got your eyes open to how bad you actually are. That's all it is. I really would have watched this. Like, my whole live stream has changed now. I'm so interested. I'm intrigued. I love this. I wish I knew this guy so I could text him and be like, yo, could I show this fight on my channel right now? Look, Arnold doing the same shit, winging punches. Like, he just winging punches. first round right now. Oh, Laval backs. I'm gonna just call him Artem. Like, Denise just ducking underneath everything he's got. I've seen Denise fight before too in boxing. Oh man, Denise is blocking everything. Artem keeps backing up, looking to counter. Denise is coming forward, throwing jabs, setting up hooks, catching hooks. Look at how straight up and down Artem is. Like, this is ridiculous. Wait till you see the clinch game, full surprise. I'm watching it right now. Like, I'm very interested in this. This is hilarious to me. Yeah, right now. So I'm in the first round with 28 seconds left, and Denise is controlling the clinch. He's moving Artem all over the place. Oh, that was a nice catch parry into an overhand that he hit Artem with. Very nice. Artem was trying to throw a little weak jab. It got caught. He just got hit by another straight to the chin. Yo, this is starting to look like, you know what this looks like to me? Artem looks like a toddler fighting their dad. Like, he just wing them random punches, and you see Denise closing the gap. The punches are going behind while he's welling. Denise is taking no damage. It looked like a kid trying to fight somebody who knows how to fight. Like, that's all this is looking like right now. This is very one-sided. Like, I'm not even seeing Artem land anything significant. I think in this whole total first round that I saw, he only landed maybe 2 punches, and they were grazing. While everything Denise is throwing is catching on the chin. Like, he's hitting them dead on the chin. Like, this is bad. This is real bad. Oh, my goodness. And this is a GOAT? But we'll talk about that clinch game in a minute. Oh, these are only 2-minute rounds, too. I didn't even notice that whenever I started the video. Artem just winging them punches. Denise backstepping it. So this is what I'm talking about. This regulator, we have this talk all the time about the UFC. This is what drives me insane and gives me anxiety watching these MMA fighters box. Okay? They throw overhand rights. They throw right hooks. They throw straights from distance without setting it up, without bobbing and weaving to come in, without throwing a jab. They just throw these fucking Hail Marys from the other side of the football field expecting it to land. And Denise is just easily seeing this coming from a mile away, backstepping, let this dude wing, then he pop, hit him. Then he's back. Then here comes Artem winging. He backstepping, pop, counter punch. Like, look at him, he's trying to wing again. Denise is just trying to figure out his timing because these are very sporadic attacks. They don't really have no like calculation or thought. There's no thinking going into what Artem's doing. He's just throwing, trying to land. And that's all he's doing. He's not setting nothing up. He's not stepping to certain positions. He's not trying to time Denise. He's just releasing. That's it. It's like an AK-47 right now. He looks like he's spraying, praying that he hits something. But he's not aiming for the target. He's just winging. This is funny. Oh, good jab by Denise. Artem immediately backed up when he was hit. He tried to throw a body shot that missed by a mile. Oh. So look, Artem did it again. I accidentally tried to pause my video instead of pausing the actual video. I clicked on myself. So Artem did that same shit that I be telling you about, regulator. He said, LOL, yeah, this is what we always be talking about in MMA. He tried to throw a right from distance. Denise took one little slight back step, came over the top with an overhand right to counter punch him. You cannot do that. You cannot throw straights without setting them up or getting into mid-range. You can't do it. You got to set it up or move in before you throw it. You can't run forward throwing that shit. Oh, this is funny. So they're back in the clinch. And again, Denise is controlling him. And I'm going to bring this up because I saw this against Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather Jr. with the clinch. There's a lot of clinching going on with 30 seconds left in this second round. A whole lot of clinching. Every time Denise misses, Artem pretty much clinches. Look at Artem. He just, another clean shot on the chin. Another hook to the chin. Artem just winning a good overhand behind the ear that landed as Artem was trying to throw a wild hook. Like I'm telling you, Artem's not hitting Denise. He's just not hitting them. He's not landing. He's winging, but they're all missing. They're either getting slipped or blocked. Good work. Oh, good uppercut in the clinch by Denise, and that's the end of the second round. Let me see. Now you got me wanting to look at it the way you're cracking up. Yo, this is funny. This is funny because you know what? If you've ever been to a boxing gym, this is how it looks. When you see somebody who's never boxed before and they get in there with a guy who's either had an amateur pedigree, so like say 10 or more amateur fights, or is already a professional fighter, this is how guys who walk into the boxing gym, never boxed a day in their life, this is how they look. This is how they fight. How Artem is fighting right now. This is exactly what the lowest level of boxing looks like. That is what he's doing right now. And like I said, I keep cracking up on this because supposedly he's the GOAT. He's a GOAT, supposedly. Another. Artem is so bad. This dude is bad. This dude is bad. Like, this dude is so straight up and down. And when he throws his punches, he just sticks his chin out there. And that's what Denise is exploiting. He's explaining it. It's rinse and repeat because he just keeps hitting him on the chin. Like, this is, oh man, this is embarrassing. I don't even know how many rounds this fight is supposed to be. Oh, in the clinch, he's getting ate up by hooks. Oh, good straight right, and it was set up by a jab. He just rocked him in the third. I'm in the third round with a minute, I want to say 37. It's hard because the subtitles are on. Let me turn the subtitles off. Yeah, a minute 31 left in the third. So I like how Denise is adapting to this fighting style. So the longer that this fight is going on, you're seeing Denise. Let me actually put this on a banner. So if anybody on the playback is wondering what the hell am I talking about, or anybody joins is wondering what I'm talking about, we're gonna type in their name. So Denise, Richard, and then he's fighting Lobov. I believe I spelled their names right because I'm not looking at it. Oh wait, let me add to this. Let me add it. Okay, there we go. And then, can I make it scroll? Yes, I can. Boom, save. All right, here we go. Boom. So that's what we're doing. For anybody coming in, if they didn't know, this is a bare knuckle match between a current boxer. So yeah, so let me, you said that I think it was scheduled for 5 rounds. Okay, so 5 2-minute rounds, only 10 minutes of fighting. That's fine. I'm not against that. I don't like the 2 minutes. I'd rather it be 3 minutes, but I'm not against 5 rounds because whenever you fought Polly, there was only 3 rounds. I didn't like that. And you know, let me say this, all jokes aside, Artem might have beat Polly had it been more rounds. Because in that third round, he was teeing off on Polly. Polly wasn't doing much, but it could have to do with Polly breaking both his hands. However, there wasn't enough rounds in their fight to really get an outcome that, you know, satisfies people. I thought Polly won 2 rounds to 1, but if it would have gone on, say, for 5 rounds, like this fight is scheduled for, like Regulator just said, maybe Artem would have done better. But for the short span of the fight that it was, I just felt like he lost. And the only reason why I'm talking shit is because all these MMA people made such a big deal about him beating Polly, even though I thought he lost. Well, let's come back over here. So what I was trying to get to is, what I like about Denise is he's adapting and learning as he fights, which is something that you don't see Artem doing, which is what I mean by he's not thinking in there. He's just throwing shots. It's very sporadic, very chaotic what he's doing, and it's not working because boxing is a thinking man's game. Yes, it is physical, but it's very mental when you get to a high level of fighting, okay? So what I mean by this is Denise is starting to realize that I don't have to catch. I don't have to parry. I don't have on gloves. I have my fingers here. So what I mean by that is now Denise, because Arnold is keeping his hands so far forward, like a scrappy dude. Let me at him. Let me at him. His lead hand is so far forward. What Denise is starting to do now is he's putting his lead hand, his jab hand, over the wrist of Artem, grabbing it, holding him still, and then coming through with the straight. That's what he just caught him with twice and made Artem just stagger across these sandbags. So that was a long way of getting to the point. But I like how Denise is actually adapting to this fighting style and doing new things that he cannot implement in boxing. He's not implementing in this match. Very, very high level thought right here. And again, Artem is not adapting. He's just getting his ass whooped and he's just winging. Oh, good body jab. Oh, another straight and a left hook. Oh, another jab. Oh, a 1-2. Oh, a jab to the face. Artem's throwing punches, nothing's landing. Why? Yo, this dude is so bad. Artem is so bad. He is so bad. Like, yo, guys. Artem is so shook. His eyes are so wide open. He is so slow to react to what's coming to him because Denise keeps switching up the angle, right? That Denise just landed a shot on him that I don't think he can land on any boxer of any quality. He literally was like 6 feet away from Artem, did a leaping left hook. He literally jumped into the air and hit him with a left hook in the face at about 1:10 of the third round left. Like, all right, let's continue. This is horrible. This dude sucks. Now he's leaning on him, beating him up in the clinch. Artem's just holding on for dear life, doesn't know what to do, looks confused. Denise is coming forward, throwing jabs. Artem's throwing a wild hook that misses by a mile. Denise just catches him with 2 jabs and a straight. Artem tried to throw a straight to the body that Denise just turned to the side and caught him with his arm and he started laughing at him. Like, bruh, you know you're losing a fight very badly when the other guy is laughing at you. And that's what Denise is doing right now with about 48 seconds left in this third round. He's laughing at him. Good catch into a left hook to the face. Denise caught Artem. Artem slowing down a lot. Oh, good jab to the body. Good straight to the face. Oh. Welcome to Boxing 101, Artem. That's all I'm going to say. So let me tell you what just happened. Artem looked like he just got hit by a shot he's never been hit by in his life. What is that shot you're asking? An uppercut to the body. That's what Denise just landed on Artem. It made him take a double back step and a big deep breath like, oh, fuck, what was this? Bruh. Boxing 101. This shit is hilarious. This is hilarious to me. Oh. Right after that uppercut to the body. So Artem's hands got very low. And Denise just hit him with a very good, I think it was a jab. Let me replay it. Hold on. Let's replay it just a little bit. Oh, no, it was an underhand uppercut to the face. So he caught him with another uppercut. Artem was looking for the shot to go to the body, but instead it went to his chin, and now he's back against the sandbags. Oh, there it is. It was a jab. So if you don't know, Denise is southpaw. So he caught him with the uppercut to the body. Then he caught him with an uppercut that clipped him on the chin. He backed up against the sandbags, right? Then Artem was too busy looking down because he was scared he was going to get uppercutted again. He got caught clean on the chin and knocked back into the sandbags. If these sandbags were not here holding him up, if they were ropes, he would be down. He would be down. I'm telling you, he would have been knocked down. But these sandbags, the way that they're angled it's keeping his body up where he's laying on it. Yo, what just happened? Yo, I have to keep stopping this video and coming back and talk because this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Yo, Arnold went to throw a hook, but before he did, he covered his eyes with his hands and his chin with his hands. Like he completely covered himself and then winged out a punch because it looked like he was too scared to get counter-shotted. Like what the fuck was that? It looked like he was playing peekaboo in there with Denise. And of course, it missed Denise. Denise just slipped. Oh! 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 Arnold just threw a left hook over. Well, he threw a couple of hooks, but the last hook that he threw was a left hook. Now, what Denise was doing in the meantime was he was slipping. Pow! Straight to the body. Again, Arnold looks hurt, backing up. Oh! Oh, crap. I accidentally pressed skip. Oh! Right after he hurt him, Denise comes dipping low, bobbing and weaving. Pow! Right back to the body. Hurt him. Then he caught him with a hit to the head. Now an uppercut to the head. The referee stopped the action. Oh, man, that referee just felt bad for Arnold. He gave him a standing count. He didn't even get knocked out. The referee just stepped there like, yo, I got to stop this. Let me count for him. Arnold, I'm going to give you a break. Because right now you need a break. Here's some sweet tea. Go ahead and sip on this sweet tea. Get your composure back. Let me give you a steak that you can put on your eye real fast. We're going to let you get your wits back because you're getting your ass whooped. I got to start counting for you, dude, because you're looking really bad. So the referee currently, with 17 seconds left in the third round, is counting for Arnold. Arnold's leaning against the sandbags like he doesn't want to continue. He doesn't want to continue. He's not like, oh, man, this was stupid. Why did I do this? Like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the YouTube videos of where you see people trying to do like some BMX shit. Like they think because they've seen it on like ESPN2, the X Games, that they can do it, right? So you see somebody going off of a ramp and they're like in the middle of the jump and you see them start to lose the bike. And you see that look of why the fuck did I do this come across their face. That's what Arnold's looking like right now. He's looking like that rider that just hit that jump. He's 20 feet in the air, and the bike is no longer underneath his body. And it's that split second of them realizing, like, why the fuck did I do this? That's the look he has on his face. All right, let's continue. Okay, he at least chose to continue into the round. So we're at the end of the third round now. Oh, man, he's looking beat up. Denise over there smoking cigarettes in his corner. Oh, wait, what? I don't know what just happened. It wasn't the end of the round. Something weird just happened where Arnold walked to his corner. His corner gave him like a little sip of water, adjusted his mouthpiece. Then they restarted the match because there was 2 seconds left. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, now end of the third round officially now. Denise is yelling, smoking some weed. He's like, man, my reaction time is too fast. Let me smoke this weed to slow down for him because I'm just outclassing him. So he's sipping some Hennessy too. Like, let me get a little drunk to help him out as well. Oh, man. This is bad. Like, this isn't even competitive. All right. We're now at the third round, going into the fourth round. All right, here we go. Starting the fourth round. Now, keep in mind that this is the fourth round, right? But it's only been 6 minutes of fighting. So if this was a real boxing match, this is only actually 2 rounds. We're only actually in the second round. Because they would be going into the third round because they've only fought for 6 minutes total. So keep that in mind. So here we are. Now we're in the fourth round, this style of 2-minute rounds. All right. Artem doesn't want to get off the sandbags. He's just backstepping, feigning. Denise just caught him with a good jab. Artem wings in air, gets hit in the stomach again. And this is Artem getting hit because Artem's he's winging shots. Denise is just coming in, catching them. Now they're in the clinch again. Okay, Denise for the first time has got his back against the sandbags. Artem's leaning on top of him. Denise is still against the sandbags. The referee looks like he wants to separate with about 1:20 left. All right, he separates him with 1:20 left. Denise is coming back forward. Artem is backing up. Artem just got jabbed to the face again. Artem is now standing straight with his hips squared, which is something you would never do in boxing, and he's getting his body destroyed by jabs. Artem just went weaker with hooks, got hit in the face by a jab straight, then a left hook that shook him. He got hit by another jab. Artem's winging, not landing. Oh, good. Left hook into a right uppercut, landed on Artem after Artem tried to wing some shots that just was stupid. Artem just got jabbed again as he's laying against the sandbags. I'm telling you, these sandbags is the only thing holding him up. He just got jabbed and got his head shook. Another jab's about to land as I pause it. He got jabbed to the body, straight to the body, jab to the face, wing some shots. Denise backs up, coming back forward, lands a straight to his body. They're in the clinch. Denise just hit him with 2 hooks while they're in the clinch. Referee coming to separate. We got about 35 seconds left in this 4th round. Another straight lands on Artem's face. Denise is jabbing, miss. Straight to the body, jab to the body, uppercut to the face, lands. Another jab, lands. The referee pulls Denise off Artem. Pulls him off like, bro, I got to save you again. I have a feeling this is another standing count. Yep, another standing 8 count with about 22 seconds left in the round, 4th round, because he was just getting his ass whooped way too bad. The referee's feeling sorry for him. Artem's over here just doubled over on the sandbags. Sandbags holding him up. He's rethinking his whole life. Artem is just rethinking everything he's ever done in his life. Artem's not even making a move. He got jabbed in the face again. He tried to kick him. He threw a kick. Artem just threw a kick. Artem threw a leg kick. He threw a leg kick and about 2 seconds left in the 4th round. I got a replay. We're going to replay this. We're going to replay this real fast. Okay. Here we go. Artem's about to throw a leg kick. Yep. In between 1 to 2 seconds left in the round, he throws a leg kick and then tries to slip and throw a punch as Denise is throwing a shot. He wings, the bell goes. Denise was coming back for a counter straight, but the bell happened before he could do that. And now that's the end of the 4th round. So, body posture tells it all. Like, I'm telling you, and this entire 4 rounds of fighting, counting the leg kick, Artem might have landed 4 punches. In 8 minutes of fighting, he may have landed 4 punches, 4 shots, and we're counting the leg kick. Maybe landed 4 in 8 minutes. That's it. Artem's over here, hand on his head in the corner, shaking his head. He don't want to continue. It's over. The corner's got the towel. They're already clapping for Denise because they know the fight's over. This was embarrassing. This is something Artem should not have done. This is like, I don't know. Like, so I'll give you an example. Of how Artem's looking. Artem is looking like what you keep seeing on YouTube clips of, where the jackass people took over Shark Week, and then the one guy wanted to jump over the shark, but he fell off the board, and then the shark came up and ate him. That's how Artem's looking like right now. Like, that's how bad this is. He's got the same look on his face that the dude had on his face whenever the shark was eating him. What is going on? This is embarrassing. That's embarrassing. On a side note, I want to say this. MMA did get a win. They did get a win because we finally got to see Chavez Jr. get beat. Again, well, I shouldn't say finally. He always gets beat or he quits. but we got to see Anderson Silva beat Chavez. So that is a win for MMA. But I think every boxing fan was all pulling for Silva to win that fight. I know I was. I wanted to see Chavez lose. I was scared. I thought Chavez, with the experience that he had, would beat Anderson, but he didn't. And I was happy because I did not want Anderson Silva to lose to Chavez. And I'm happy that Anderson Silva won. So this isn't a hate against MMA. It's not a hate against MMA at all. But Artem, trash. Trash. So, yeah, this whole live stream just shifted, completely shifted from what initially I wanted to talk about, because this was the most hilarious thing that I've ever seen. Like I feel like they used to do things for sports that were like blooper reels, right? I feel like I just watched a blooper. Like, I feel like this wasn't even a real fight. I feel like this belongs on some type of blooper. Like, this was just a mistake. Like, this didn't really happen. This was just a mistake. This could not have been real. This was a blooper reel that I just watched. I do not believe that this was a legitimate fight that just happened, because this shit was so one-sided in only 8 minutes. Like, I just watched a man relive his whole life in 8 minutes, from childbirth to the moment that he's at now, and talk about the fire in his heart is gone. This is the real. Remember whenever Teddy Atlas was yelling, "We're firemen, we're firemen." That's what Denise was. He was a fireman. He extinguished that fire out of Artem's heart. Like, this was the real fireman right now. Like, what the? I have no idea what I just watched, why I just watched it, but it was a good laugh. It was a good. Let me go back to my channel and see how many minutes we're at. We are at an hour. We've been live for an hour. It was a good laugh. It was that made my live stream. Even though YouTube is going to stifle my views, my thumbs ups, everything, they're going to take away my comments, which is funny. But at the end of the day, that video right there made it all worth it. It completely made it worth it. This stream was worth it. Dan, let me put it right here. He said, yeah, that leg kick was embarrassing. Dan, let me tell you something. You made my day. You made my morning. You made my afternoon. And you made my night. And you made my rest of my week. Thank you. Thank you for this entertainment, because that's what you brought me. You brought me entertainment. At first, I didn't think I was going to watch it. Okay? I just was skipping. You got a question? Oh, my goodness. Don't give me another funny video. I don't know if my heart can take this. Because the last time somebody said I got a question, they asked me about a fight I did not even know that happened, and then it just left me in tears. Like, that was embarrassing. All right, let's go with your question. What's your question, regulator? Let's hear this. Let's hear it. Now, mind you, Artem, in case you don't know, I believe Denise has had like 15 fights. I have to go. Let me go check. Hold on. Let's type in Denise's boxing record. I think he's got somewhere around 15 fights. And he's never lost. Yeah, 15 wins. I know I saw it earlier. I just couldn't remember. So 15 wins, 9 knockouts. Go ahead and put a 10th knockout on there and give him the 16th win. Even though it wasn't in boxing gloves, he was still boxing. Let him get that win on his record. Don't take that win from him. He just beat a GOAT, a living legend. So you going to talk about Pac's sparring partner? Nah, man. We're going to say that till after, Manny wins. We're going to keep that atomic bomb under wraps. You're giving out too many secrets right now, regulator. Too many secrets. There's a reason why I haven't done tutorials in a very long time. And you're just trying to give it all away. Look at you. Oh shit! I wish I could make my my Tony's reviews into a GIF and just have a GIF of them doing something. Nobody would get it until after the fight is over, and then I bring up the reason. That's hilarious. That is hilarious, though, man. That is too funny. But speaking of that, let's go ahead. Dan, if you're still here, again, I appreciate you bringing that up. Let's just skip forward. Let's skip forward. Let's just skip to, this is always a hot topic. People always like talking about Manny. Let's do, oh no, hold on, y'all. Let's do Manny versus Spence. Go to add banner. Let's get that thing going across the bottom. All right, back to the chat. So Dan and Regulator, how do y'all see this fight going? Who do y'all give the edge to? Do y'all think Manny Pacquiao is going to defeat Errol Spence Jr.? Or do you think Errol Spence Jr. is going to beat Manny? If Errol Spence Jr. can beat Manny, do you think he embarrasses Manny? Do you think it's a tough fight, an easy fight? What do y'all think? Who do y'all predict is going to win this fight? I'm letting y'all answer the question, and then I'll respond to what y'all think. I got to get back on camera, too. Oh, man. So this is truck. It's called Kona Ice, right? It always drives around my neighborhood. Kona Ice. It is the worst Hawaiian ice I have ever tasted in my life. I'm mad. It's expensive. It's like $5 for a small cup of shaved ice with the syrup on it. This stuff is horrible. It tasted rotten. I had to throw it away. So never try Kona Ice if you see one of their trucks going through your neighborhood. Horrible. Anyways, I think Earl's going to do a Floyd on Pacquiao. Let me see. I'm just because I'm not sure if Manny will show his age or not. So here's what I'm going to say about both comments. I personally do not think Errol Spence Jr. is capable of doing a Floyd Mayweather Jr. I think he's way too flat-footed, and I don't think he understands how to maneuver off the angles to be able to do a Floyd Mayweather Jr. style fight against Manny Pacquiao. I think that the majority of this fight, at least early, is going to be in the pocket. I don't think Errol Spence Jr. has the foot speed or the skill, the technical skill, to be able to keep Manny on the outside and to be able to box around him. Or what Floyd did so well against Manny was when there was distance and Manny came in, trying to bob and weave the check left hook to where Floyd would hit him and spin around behind him when Floyd's back was against the rope. I don't think Earl can do moves like that. I don't foresee that style of fighting happening from Errol Spence Jr., in my honest opinion. Now, he said he had it 55-45 for Spence. I have this fight the opposite of what you do, Regulator. I have it 55-45 for Manny Pacquiao. Now, a channel that I mentioned earlier that I'll mention again, UGC Flame. Check out that YouTube channel. In fact, here's what I will do for y'all to make it easier for the playback. We are going to link his channel in the chat. Okay? If you haven't subbed to this guy, go to his channel and sub to him. Do it now or do it whenever you see it. This is his channel. That is a link to his channel to see all his videos. Now, the reason why I'm bringing him up is this. He has been very strong about VADA or nada. That's all he cares about is the drug testing in boxing. This fight in between Errol Spence Jr. and Manny Pacquiao has no VADA testing. It has not been announced. He stays up to date with all the VADA enrolled fighters, and they have not enrolled into VADA. Here's what I want to say. I'm not saying either guy is on PEDs. All I'm going to say is this. If both guys were to do PEDs, it's going to benefit the older guy better than it is the younger guy. The younger guy, while he will improve, it will be minimal improvements just to make him a little bit better than what he naturally is. However, when you give PEDs to an old man, it turns back the hands of time. That is why PEDs is better for older men than it is for younger men, because it is much more beneficial to you when you get older in age. It will replenish you more than it will add to you if you were young. Therefore, not saying either one is on anything, but if they both are, I give the edge to the older man. So I have it 55-45, Manny Pacquiao. That's just how I see it. And the thing that's so crazy about it is, if Manny Pacquiao beats Errol Spence Jr., everybody's going to say he's the #1 pound for pound. And I don't, as good as and great as I think Novada Pac-Man might do a Pascal versus Brown, fuck it. Every time I think about Lucas Brown, I think about Dillian White talking about, you look like a herpes. You look like some type of STD. Like, yo, Dillian White killed him in the press conference. Like, he talked the most shit to Lucas Brown, and Lucas Brown didn't know what to say. Like, that shit was so fucking funny. That shit was hilarious. Oh, man. So, we today, or officially, if you count today, 22 days away from the Errol Spence Jr. Manny Pacquiao fight. 22 days. So come tomorrow, we're 21 days away from that fight, and they have not enrolled into testing. So I'm going to say, with 3 weeks to go, they're not going to enroll into testing. It's just not going to happen. Oh, you said Marcus Brown. I was thinking Lucas Brown. My bad. Did I see that fight? I don't think I saw that fight. Which makes sense because Pascal is a light heavyweight. Lucas Brown is a heavyweight. I'm sorry. I just seen the Brown name. First thing that went to my mind was Lucas Brown. I wasn't even thinking about weight classes, to be honest with you. I just thought about, you look like an STD. You look like a herpes. That shit was funny. I didn't see the Pascal fight against him. But we all know why that happened with Pascal. He on that B-hop thing. He said, I didn't want to take the test. He took the test, got popped for all them steroids. I don't know what's happening with that. I think Pascal is suspended. Or are you talking about Dillian White versus Jermaine Franklin? Is that what you're talking about, Regulator? Are you talking about White versus Franklin? Because I don't believe that fight is happening. I don't know who. Let's look up if there's any news with Dillian White. I know Dillian White right now is supposedly trying to sue the WBC so he can get a mandatory fight at the winner of Fury Wilder. Which I think is going to be the case anyways, because I've said this many times. I do not think Anthony Joshua is going to beat Usyk. I think Usyk's going to beat Anthony Joshua, and I think there's going to be a rematch. So therefore, Dillian White will have his opportunity to fight whoever the WBC champion is. And being that he is mandatory, if Dillian White beats the WBC champion, whether it be Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder, there shouldn't be a rematch clause. So White, if it plays out the way that I think it's going to play out, I foresee Dillian White fighting for undisputed against probably AJ. How I think it's going to happen is, I think it's pretty much going to be like the Andy Ruiz. I think Usyk is going to beat AJ, and then AJ will win in the rematch. That's just what I believe. I don't think AJ can beat Usyk in the first fight, but I think after he gets in there, sees what Usyk does, he can make adjustments and he'll come back and beat Usyk. But in the meantime, I think the winner out of Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, I think they both lose to Dillian White. I've been saying it for a long time. Dillian White's style is all bad for Tyson Fury. And then Deontay Wilder, I don't think he can survive Dillian White. The only risky part about Dillian White versus Deontay Wilder is the opening bells. So what I mean by that is the opening bells of every round that it lasts is going to be the most dangerous spot for Dillian Whyte, closing the gap. However, once Dillian Whyte closes that gap, he's going to destroy Deontay Wilder in the mid to close range fight, and Deontay Wilder's not going to be able to get away. So Deontay Wilder has got to come out with just a strong two, a strong straight off the jump as Dillian Whyte's trying to come in. Because if he doesn't catch him from the start of the round, he's not going to catch him because Dillian is going to be too close. And the thing about it is I'm not even 100% sure that Deontay Wilder can knock out Dillian Whyte, because the type of shots that Deontay Wilder normally knocks guys out with are the straights or the hooks. And Dillian Whyte's never been hurt by a straight or a hook. What has hurt him is uppercuts. It happened against AJ. It happened against Rivas. And it happened against Povetkin, to where he got his lights knocked out. Well, he also got his lights knocked out against Anthony Joshua, but that knockout was more to exhaustion than actual just being knocked out. Povetkin is the first guy that actually punched his lights out from a shot. So his chick in his armor is being hit by the uppercut, and that's where he's weakest. And I've never seen Deontay Wilder that I can remember throw a good uppercut. I haven't seen him do it. And Tyson Fury, when he fights Dillian Whyte, he's not going to be able to lean on Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte's too strong and too big. To be 6'4", 260-ish pounds, he fluctuates in between, high 250s to low mid 260s, and he power lifts. So if Tyson Fury comes in there around 250 like he's done, Dillian Whyte will be the heavier guy, the bigger guy. If he comes in there heavy against Dillian Whyte around 280, there's not a big discrepancy in between their weight. And being that Dillian Whyte actually power lifts, there's no way Tyson Fury is going to be able to lean on him. Dillian Whyte will just fling him off. He won't be able to do it. He's not going to be able to tire out Dillian Whyte like he did Deontay Wilder. And being that Dillian Whyte is so good at body shots and staying underneath people, and that's what Tyson Fury is the weakest against, guys who can stay underneath them, that cause him the most issues. I just, stylistically, I don't see Tyson Fury winning that fight. And like I said, against Deontay Wilder, it's the start of the rounds. That's the only danger zone when they come out after the bell. But here's what's so crazy about it. Let me tell y'all what's so crazy about all of this. I think Usyk can beat AJ, right? I give Usyk a very good shot at outpointing Tyson Fury. I give Usyk a very good shot at outpointing Dillian Whyte. I give Usyk little to no chance at beating Deontay Wilder. That's what's so crazy about it. That's what's so crazy about it. I think Deontay Wilder, that explosive power that he has, even though I've never really seen Usyk hurt, I think Deontay Wilder could get him out of there. I really do. I think at heavyweight, if it was just a one and done, like AJ did not have a rematch clause and they only were allowed to have one fight, I think Deontay Wilder, that I could say, I believe Deontay Wilder is the only guy that I give the edge on a one and done against Usyk at heavyweight right now. I think the other three top guys, I think Usyk has a very good shot at beating them all. Yeah, it's all about the matchups. I'm telling you, like, as much stuff as people talk about Deontay Wilder, as bad as they talk about his technical abilities, and I've been on that side too, he is the only fighter that I give a shot in a one and done, no rematch involved, against Usyk at heavyweight. He's the only fighter, the only one on the elite level. Now, there's some fighters coming up that I think could give Usyk a run for his money. I think a guy like Hrgović would cause Usyk a lot of problems because he's pretty much like a linebacker coming at you. In that size and that power, may be able to get to Usyk as long as Hrgović doesn't run out of gas. Hrgović hasn't really gone 12 rounds, so he could run out of gas. But I think that's a very hard fight for Usyk as well, just because of the style of a Hrgović. Joe Joyce, he's already lost to Usyk. So I don't even need to bring up Joe Joyce because Usyk's already beat him. And I foresee Usyk beating him again by outboxing him. I don't foresee Joe Joyce being able to get off enough shots on Usyk to beat him. I can't see it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, as crazy as it sounds, I believe Deontay Wilder is the only fighter in heavyweight currently at the top that can beat Usyk on a one-and-done fight. Again, I said that in the rematch against AJ, I favor AJ. I think AJ could go to the drawing board, especially after I saw how he adapted to Andy Ruiz in the run back and how he nullified Andy Ruiz Jr. so well. I think Anthony Joshua is a student of the game, and I believe that you might be able to beat AJ one time, but I don't think anybody could beat him twice. I think AJ is one of them guys that if he loses to you and he's allowed to rematch you, he'll beat you. Because I just think he's too much of a student of the game. He's got a very high IQ, and I think anybody that he sees once he'll figure out. I just believe that with Usyk, it's going to be a smaller guy, a more mobile guy, and this is one of the only guys who's more technically sound than AJ. And I just think that he's going to bring too many looks to AJ that AJ's never seen, that it's going to be very hard for AJ to figure out. And I say that with me feeling like AJ no longer has the same type of power that he once had. I don't like the weight loss AJ. I don't like the non-weightlifting AJ. I don't like the reduction in power that I have seen from AJ. And because of that, and AJ still tires. I don't see him being Usyk the first time around. I don't do it. I don't see it. Again, Deontay Wilder, the only one, I'm saying it here. Tony's Reviews at, let me bring back up my channel. Let's go find it. Let's click YouTube. Let's go to my channel. Let's go to Richard Commey. Boom. I'm saying it at an hour and 27 minutes into the live stream that I believe Deontay Wilder is the only fighter that can beat Usyk on the first time around. On that note, I'm going to close the stream on that. I thank y'all for typing. I wish we would have gotten more people, but we got some thumbs up. So I'm curious to see how many people actually viewed this video after it goes down. And I check my YouTube Studio Manager. So again, thank y'all for joining. This is going to be the end of the stream. And Dan, let me put you back up. Let's put Dan back up. Dan, I appreciate 1,000% you turning me on to that fight between Artem and Denise, because that might have made my month. That might have made my whole month of August, and we're not even in August yet. That's how much I enjoyed that fight. Y'all have a good day.